Hello and welcome to BlitPaint version 0.33 beta. Now it's in beta because a lot of the things are becoming finalised and all I have to really do is fix up the UI. You'll see in this version there's a few extra sliders and things here, but the first thing I want to show you is the cool brush import thing. So if you left click you can find an image. Now these images are Creative Commons and they are donated. Well, I found them via Pedro Medeiros on Patreon, so this is his page. He does amazing art and pixel art stuff. Definitely recommend supporting him. So he's got these freebies I've downloaded just to show you how this works. So if I choose, let's see this log here, and I've left clicked that icon, and what it's done is it's divided that into 16 different slices. So whatever image you load in, it's going to cut it up like this. And that can be quite neat for getting some kind of texture, right? But if you right click, it will give you just a single image, like so. And as you can see, you can plot this down. Now what normally happens when you draw is it just draws in the same place all the time. What you can do now is you can press Shift and S, and you see at the bottom here, stamp mode, Shift S is at 0. So as soon as I do Shift S, it sets it to 1, and now I can just stamp these down where I want. So if I choose like two colours, brightish tones like that, I can kind of tint them a bit, and that's randomised. Cool. There's also a thing called Flippy X mode. Flippy X is Shift X, and what it does is it randomises the orientation. If you don't want that, you can press Shift X again and do Alt X simply to flip so that it goes the other way. So that's the new things that are in this version. There's also now the ability to do things with the layers, so you can move the layers up and down. So if I draw in here, I can actually combine these layers down, just moving it down. Now there is a little defect to this where it forgets the draw order of stuff, and it can sometimes mix things up a bit. But so far so good, things are looking pretty decent. Now it's in a kind of eco mode when you first load it up now, and if you press spacebar, in fact if you look at the frames per second down here, it's 1056, right? If I press spacebar it might change, right? I press it again, see it's gone down, so that's kind of like eco mode, and if I press it again it goes up, right? So there's a kind of overdrive, but the only bad thing about that is you hear your fan, your machine quite a lot. Okay, it's probably just using the GPU a bit more. So that is what's new there. We've got all sorts of, the rotational range. You've got X scale range. Oh yeah, that's what's new as well. So X scale, let me just turn that off, and yeah, let's clear this. And if you right click, you can reset that. So that's pretty handy. Found that pretty good because if you forget where the original scale is. So this X scale range just goes between 1 and this value, and if you go this way it goes kind of like thinner. Okay, and then right click will reset it back to 1. You can actually see that scale somewhere here, I think, where it just resets it. Pixel mode is the top left key. It sets it to pixels. Now the pixels are little stretchy ones by default because that's the way I like them. But if you use the keypad, you can change the ratio there. Just have a look at the thing down the bottom. It says, yeah, so pixel stretch 3.8, so that's 4, that's 2, and then you can put that down to 1, right? It's just a few taps. Then plus and minus will give you the kind of pixel resolution that you want. It's not perfect pixel art, it's kind of pseudo pixel art, and yeah, you'll get away with some of it, but this kind of thing is just for show. If you want to get into pixel art, it's recommended that you follow Pedro Medeiros tutorials because he's got loads of really good ones. So Alt X just flips it. Shift X turns on Flippy Mode, which randomizes the flipping. You can choose two colors. It's going to randomize between these two. You can now left click, not just right click these, but if you left click it's going to fill the backdrop with whatever color. It also starts on like layer 5 now by default, so that you're kind of in the middle and you can always draw things underneath. So yeah, I added this little rock of my own, so yeah, I can plop some of them down. It's really good fun to use. Let's add some grass in front. We've got some grass here, some more kind of cartoony grass. Again, I'm in stamp mode where I just stamp it down. If I do Shift S, I'll be able to sort of draw these out like that, and just move around. So it's pretty good having layers now. It was the one thing that was kind of missing for a while, is that it just didn't have the ability to sort of draw behind things, in front of things, and now that's looking pretty cool. And you can fill the background with like black if you want, and actually got a little sprite that you could use in the game, just like you just have to delete out the backdrop and some of the shadowy stuff. But there you go. I hope you like using this. Oh, also if you press enter, it redraws everything again that's not been baked down, but I think I baked everything down at some point, don't know when, but yeah, basically if you draw some stuff, you press enter, it's going to draw that again in a kind of sequence. Right, that's just the undo history, but if you press B, then it bakes it all down. I think it also, yeah, it kind of clears everything based on if you fill with a backdrop color. So just be wary of that. It will kind of reset your things. Pixel art mode, you can turn it back off by the top left key again to go back to normal. Let's see what else is new. So E and R, you can tilt things with E and R. That's also rotation add, by the way. It's the same thing, but it's nice to see it like this. H to hide the UI, tab to just bring it in for a short time. I think I just need to make the layers show up as well, but yeah, it also hides all the text. I'm going to turn all this into proper buttons and checkboxes at some point, and yeah, it'll be good to go there. Oh, there's different palettes that you can use too. So there's shapes. These are just brushes, flowers and leaves and things, and then there's like the 3D and painterly stuff that I've added in. There's kind of arty brushes. These are all kind of arty ones. Cross-hatching 2. This one's just like a kind of straight line. So you can scale this, you can change the X scale range, and yeah, you get a bit wider with that. There's these kind of dots, these little blobs. Just a single brush here. This one stamps textures. This one stamps rocks. These are all just single image shapes. So if you don't want any sort of size change, you can, reduce. Ninja brushing will change size based on speed, so you want to reduce that to 0, and that will just be stamped down. Shift S will turn it into stamp mode. And then if you want both colours to be the same, just do left and right mouse button. Right. You can also pick from the scene like that. So yeah, Alt left and right to pick from the scene. Right, it's just getting multiplied into the colour there. If you want to delete it, it's left and right mouse button, or right and left, right, left, and you can sort of delete parts. So you can use that as an eraser. I'm just going to do Shift S to turn off stamp mode, and you can erase. There's a few other modes coming that I think will be useful, but I've not added them in just yet. So these are all just single images, and yeah, you can do the stamp mode, and you can flip it X, so Shift X, Flippy X mode, Shift X, and Alt X. There we go. It's a bit confusing this, but it'll be better soon. So Alt X, we'll just swap it. Shift R, Alt X. Let's do Shift R a couple of times. Alt X, and you can build up a little face if you want. Control R will move based on the mouse, and you can do Shift R to change the orientation of that. Number pad key 5, 8 or 2 offsets it. You can see it offsetting here. So in case you want a kind of different offset from that. 5 will put it in the middle. Spacing. And Shift S to bring on that, and you can kind of do stuff like this. Enter will play through everything that you've done. And you see it took a little while there because there was a loads of nothing happening. There might be a few bugs here and there. Stroke 136. Yeah, if you press backspace, it's going to clear absolutely everything, reset all your stroke memory, all your undos. So I've added in some new brushes. Let's just create a backdrop. And yeah, you can choose a couple of tones to multiply base color with. Let's get a little fog. Background fog there, look at that. Yeah, proper artsy fartsy. And yeah, let's do a little bit of scale range and scale it down a bit. Let's draw just, let's see, yeah, let's just draw here some little rocks and things in, and so on and so forth. So I hope you enjoy using this version. It's pretty good. Everything seems to be working fine, and there might be the odd bug here and there that I will work out. Bugs like that, maybe, where you combine the layers and it forgets the draw order, but these are things that will get fixed over time. Thanks for watching this video. Hope to see any artwork that you make with the brushes, and also bring in your own brushes in. And the brushes won't stay there forever, so they only load per session. So once you've loaded them in, that is it. So right click, remember, to get just a single image. And you can undo. Also when you undo, you see a weird thing happen with the layering, so there's another bug. You can do some scales. Let's see. Yeah, Ninja brush. Scatter. Okay, thanks for watching this video, and I hope to see your artwork. Join the Discord and post away. Thanks for watching. Bye.